Welcome back, everybody. Today is day one, I guess, of working on Denny's Jeep. He is on his way. I think he actually just pulled up. So we're going down to grab some metal in my new truck that I haven't showed you because I don't want to show off the amount of money I'm making, but it is a 2023 Ford F-350 Platinum. So I'll show you that because finally had to replace the Spirit. It did a lot for me, but it retired itself, so got something new. Like I said, I don't really like to show off stuff like this and brag, but I treated myself, so there she is. It's yeah, it is the Platinum edition F-350, so comes with I think it's a 30,000 pound hitch on it. Might be 40,000 pound. Yeah, it's a pretty sick unit, 1,300 bucks, which, like I said, spoiling myself a little bit, but you know, needed a truck after I lost the Spirit, so this is the new work truck. And if you guys didn't see the Spirit, it had roof racks and it hauled 20-foot lengths of steel, Denny's tires we picked up on there, transfer case for the limo, anything that you could put on roof racks, and even a little bit that you couldn't, we put on roof racks. So Denny's here now. A few minutes, we're gonna head down, grab the steel in the truck, and come back, get some brackets welded together, and start the process. Yeah. Just sanding away, sanding away. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. With a perfect accident scene sign in the foreground. That's foreshadowing. So here's the brackets, we're getting them laid out. TMR has awesome instructions online, thank goodness. Just finished making a spacer so that we don't have to use the fancy Heim. So it's gonna go in there for welding so we can bolt it and then it won't change. So fancy Heim, not fancy Heim. Care about getting weld on, don't care about getting weld on. But we should probably go grab steel.
Yep.
There she is. Oh, here you go. There's my temporary controls. One to the brake, one to the gas, and hand and thumb. Works good. Got it loaded in the truck. Only sticks out a little bit. Look at that. Fold down center dealio.
That's the short one.
Yep. Maybe just do your links that long.
Yeah.
Send the axle right out the back.
Stream arm kit.
You won't hit your fenders then. Yeah, that'd be a good approach angle. It only stuck out a little bit. We've done way worse. 13 feet. All right, let's go back to building and welding the brackets. So these are all tabbed together with little marks. So you go on their site, gives instructions, but they drop into all the places. There's cutouts to be able to weld. It's pretty sweet, so I like that. It's about as easy as it gets, and you can't screw it up too bad. So we're just gonna tack it in place until we are sure of everything. Okay. Okay, big guy. With the notch. Away. So I'm just working at getting the brackets all fully welded. There's a lot of surfaces around there. Denny has pulled the Jeep in and he's starting to take the first pieces off, which first piece is the rear sway bar.
Just put these in 2 days
That
ago.
he just put in 2 days ago, but I couldn't tell him, so is what it is.
Yep.
Lots more welding to go. The 2 rear frame side brackets are finish welded. And, ooh, and it's very smoky in here. Let's get a little air. And Denny has started the process.
Like breaking a bolt.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's never happened before.
Shocks.
Yeah.
So we'll pop shocks off, front sway bar. I mean, everything's got to come, but rear shocks. Do the things that don't hold the axles on at first.
One off.
Yeah, so here's a good example of the short arms doing short arm things. So at full droop, it pulls the axle back so much that you get that cattywampus spring. So yeah, at full droop with the long arm, the axle will still be up here. Oh, so I Googled, we got wheelbase of 101, I think, or 101 and a half.
Yep.
And I Googled factory wheelbase for this is 103 to 103 and a half. So from the angle, it's actually...
I mean, it makes sense, right? Yeah.
So
I mean, they're
that was humorous.
where's the angle finder now?
Back of the toolbox.
Oh yeah. 40, 42,
43. And we joked they were 45. Not much of a joke.
Not quite 90. But
Yeah, close. Yeah, I'd say there'll be a bit of a improvement.
a little bit.
Yeah, that spring is touching the front.
Yeah. You see, that's a nice long bolt that you have to.
Mm-hmm. The whole way.
Yep. I mean, we're almost done.
Yeah, this is the hard part.
You finished all the welding for everything.
Yep.
And I finished, this is the last thing I gotta do.
Ready to put in.
Just bolts in.
The following day.
It's the next day. I'm back in the shop. It's a Friday, so Denny is still at work. He's gonna clock out a little bit early, but it's me for part of the day anyway. So I got a bum shoulder, so I can only lift my left arm about that much, but that's okay. My other one's real good. Got a little bit done. Got the shocks off, the sway bars off, and a couple brackets welded yesterday. So haven't quite decided my plan today. I'm gonna come up with one. I'll probably finish some welding and then get on to measuring before we take out too much. Because once Denny gets here, he's gonna be taking out everything. Axles will be out, so I wanna set it on some jack stands, get it back at ride height, drop a plumb bob, and just see where the axles are right now so we have some sort of reference before we cut everything out. So that's the plan, and sticking with it. So these are what I got done yesterday. I think I mentioned that they are the rear frame side brackets. So your frame sits in here. Oh, this is upside down. Can't lift it with my left. So that is the driver's side. So frame sits here, your lower, it goes 10 degrees out to the axle, and then this one goes, can't remember, 22 degrees or something in to the top of the diff where we need to get a truss. And on that note, I forgot to order trusses. So Jeklefab is going to make some up for us because we'd like to get it done this weekend and we can't get the trusses in time from TMR. So that is what's hopefully happening, as long as Jared has a few minutes to spare. It's longer than a few minutes. And the material, we'll be able to whip that up. And then we're learning things already, but we removed the shocks yesterday and we're reminded that the shocks were basically the limiting factor. I don't want to say limiting strap because you're not supposed to pull against shocks, but there'll be a lot more droop with some longer shocks. So probably put those back in for now, but if he ordered a couple inches longer shocks, then he'll get more droop. You wouldn't want more droop in his current setup because, as you can see, those control arms are maxed, and that's not even at the max. Like, they're held up with straps right now. So that'll be good. Get some longer shocks, and then we will want to do limiting straps, which TMR also has limiting straps. So we'll put that on, and then there'll be no worries of yanking a shock out if you happen to jump it or flex it too hard, because that's a bad day, especially with coil springs, because the coil will pop out of there and be laying on the trail, and you have to try and get it back in trail side. So that's that. Yeah, once I make some marks up on the frame when the axle's in ride height position, then I can unbolt all the control arms, drive shaft, brake lines, get that thing out of here and start cleaning up the brackets, because a lot of the brackets will be getting cut off, both top ones. And we're gonna actually see, Jeklefab installed these lower ones, so they are beefy. It's just a matter of if the width is good on them to fit the new lifetime Heims. So if they work, that's gonna save us some time. I doubt it. What else? Oh, new track bar. So this is a big chonky cast deal. I thought it was bolted on. It's welded, so that's gonna be one of the harder things to cut off, but it's gonna be a lot better. New bracket will sit out here, bit longer track bar, and hopefully just cleans everything up a little bit. But for now, I'm gonna start building a couple more of the brackets, because that is just a one-man job following instructions on TMR and welding them in place. So pretty mundane. I'll get some shots of it, but whip through that. And then my dad is actually here today, so I'll get him to help me with setting it on jack stands and the plumb bob and holding measuring tapes, because that does help having another set of hands. So let's get started with welding. Today I'm actually wearing my welding shirt because I got like 200 burns in this arm yesterday, so I'm a fast learner. Okay, those ones are done, so back to our table of treats. Those are track bar brackets, so I'll wait on those. The uppers are actually, they come, well, they're bent, they're not welded, so they're all good to go. So really it should just be the axle side lowers that have to go together. So these little teardrop tabs that go on the outside to make them mo better. And yeah, those are pretty easy. What's next? Yeah, these are the instructions. Super detailed, real hard to mess up. Okay, looks like gussets now, which I welded in right where the gusset needs to go. That was smart. Perfect. All right, well, I'll grind that out, I guess. Tough to screw up, he says. Just a little bit of thought would go a long ways. Don't weld a little tab that needs to slot into somewhere. But it is early, it's like 7 a.m., so blame it on that. And that is why we tack things and not fully weld them right off the bat. Okay, minor setback. Where were we? So since this is 3-link, the one side is only gonna have, it's basically gonna look like this. The other side is going to have 2, because this is a 3-link. So the upper control arm is on the driver's side in Denny's case, because his exhaust runs down the passenger side. So the fronts are done. I'm not gonna finish weld them because I haven't used these before and I'm not 100%. The rears, they kind of are what they are, but in case these need any adjustment, I don't know. I'm gonna just keep them like that because it's quick enough to weld them all up after we've held them on the frame, but they're looking good. So on, ooh, that's still hot. Like I mentioned before, the passenger side only has the lower, so a couple gussets in there. And it even just, like, I would, if I was building this stuff, I would never do fancy stuff. They would just be solid and they'd look like junk. So that's even just nice. And for cleaning out dirt, it's a lot easier because they've thought about that with these holes that you can pressure wash out. Lower, upper. Upper is on its side that goes to the top of the differential. So lots of movement there. All right, took a quick break from welding because I got a hand from my dad getting the Jeep back down on jack stands. So now I'm gonna take my friend Bob and just make some reference marks on the frame so that we know where it was after. Because once it's out, it's out. So just pick a point down on the axle, pick a point up on the frame or tower and drop this down, make a mark, and same on the rear. So, don't know if you can see it, nope, but it's marked on there to the front of the C, so should be good. I'm kind of jumping around a bit as I do. I was starting on the rear bracket. This is for the rear axle, well, and front axle, lower control arms, but it's meant for a 1-ton swap for a TJ, and we're not going down that road yet. So this is a 3.5 or 3 1/8 axle tube, whereas this is a bit smaller, but similar to the size of Denny's axle. So there's those big gaps, too big to weld, obviously. So I put one together thinking it would be better. It's not. So this other set, I cut down the sides, and then it'll still go on the same, that'll be along the axle, but I'm just gonna hold off a bit because Jared at Jeklefab put on the front 2 lowers on the front axle not too many months ago. So they're aftermarket, they're nice, he did a really good job obviously, so I'm hoping that the ultimate Heim is the same width as the whatever joints are in there, and we can just use those. So I'm gonna pause on this stuff for a bit until we're further along and probably have the axle out and I can just do it sitting here on the floor and it'll be a lot easier. So I'm gonna start unbolting things from the Jeep because that's the next step, get the axles out of there and start cutting brackets off of the Jeep. Track bar is off. Now we got to pop off the steering, and I want to leave the pitman arm because that gives me a reference of where the drag link goes for when I attach the new track bar, because I want to put the track bar forward a little bit because I want to move the front axle forward a little bit. So we'll take it off at the bottom of the pitman arm. There we go. Put the nut back on so we don't lose it. Steering is off. Okay, it's a breather. Top that off. And then we'll move on to drive shaft and then control arms. Okay, before I get too much further, the control arms are all undone. I'll undo brake lines because once the control arms are off, it's just on the straps, and then I'll let the lift down and set it onto something, not sure what yet. So I don't want to be held up by the brake lines. Oh, and his front locker. All right, front axle is out. Got my dad's help to just manhandle the cart. So I'm gonna pop the frame side control arms off, get them out of there, because those mounts are gonna be cut off, ground down, and putting new ones on. So front is almost done. Front's harder than the back, so pop those off and onto the rear. It's just so I didn't bore you too much. I didn't film much of the pulling the bolts out, or I didn't film any of it. It's just pulling control arm bolts out, got the drive shaft, brakes are undone, shocks are undone, so I think it's ready to let down. So I'll just finish taking the rest of the links off of the frame side because all of those brackets are getting cut off. I can take the track bar off, cut that bracket off because we don't have a track bar on the rear anymore. One thing that I've noticed so far is going to be an issue is the exhaust, because with the triangulated rear, the mount's going to be roughly here and the top will contact the muffler. So we'll have to scooch that forward into the skid plate here because there's a cat, but it is not doing anything anymore, so we can get rid of that. Probably have to run more of a tube style muffler through there, maybe an MBRP. And up front, it's just going to be cutting off the old brackets. So nice and thin, I think it's 1/8 inch, so make some cuts and then try and peel it away so that the weld breaks for less grinding. Regardless, it's going to be so much easier than Marge was, because Marge came as independent front suspension, so there was so much cutting and grinding. So we've got the lowers, the uppers on both sides, and then the hardest one that's going to be the track bar because it's cast and welded all around, so that's going to be a bit of a brute. But other than that, not too bad. We are well underway, and as soon as the torch comes out, it's the point of no return, so we're doing this. All right, well, we got one bracket off so far. Denny just called, he's off work, so I'm gonna go pick him up because, well, this is his ride. So go grab him and I'll be back like this. Nice work you do.
It's almost beautiful.
That's art in some countries.
Right, man. Even in the one we're in.
So just chiseling and hammering off some of the brackets to save grinding time. The front's looking pretty good. Got that all ground down. Just waiting for some more gas so we can do a little more work up here, but that's looking good. Other side cleaned up. The hard ones are the inside there. So that's what I'm waiting for, the gas, so we can wear it down a little bit with the oxyacetylene before grinding, because it is hard to get a grinder in there. And grinding's not fun at the best of times, but pretty good. My goal for the end of the day was to get the frame all cleaned up and brackets all off, so we'll be looking pretty good. Got the brackets off this axle, one there, one there. So there's gonna be a truss that goes over the diff here, and then 2 mounts on the top. That's the piece that came off. That's a,
It was like, whoop,
chunky boy. Some good news. The existing brackets, they're aftermarket and they're gonna work, which is nice because they're incorporated to the shock and the coil tower, everything. And the track bar mount is going to work probably, so that saves probably like 6 or 7 hours of work. So real good news. Now I'm gonna play with this axle. This one's gonna be fun because it's track bar mount incorporated to the control arm mount. That one won't be too bad. We just have to avoid brake lines. And Denny's gonna continue smashing and grinding. Yep. All right, well, we were continuing with grinding and cutting and whatnot, but just got a call for an off-road recovery, 2 trucks up near Shoot Lake Road. So we are shutting things down right now. It's 7-something, 7:30 or so. So on our way to recovery now.
yeah.
All right, so we are on our way in my Jeep. Denny decided not to bring his because it has no axles or suspension, so it wouldn't be very fast. Heading up Gillard, Sunset, 2 trucks. We'll see what we encounter. Sunset. Here's the money shot, folks. All right, we've hit snow, probably 4,500 feet. They're another couple kilometers anyway, so at least this one's nice and quick to get to them compared to the last ones. What way were you heading?
Well, so I came up with a girlfriend and the dog. We were just went for a nice drive all the way up to the turn at Big Mountain or Big Meadow. We came back up and I just got to the top here, and you can see I sunk right in here, and then I dug for 2.5 hours.
It's always backwards.
Called my dad, and then by then it was all so soft and all soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we're idiots.
No, it happens.
Yeah.
The way you want to do it.
So what is your goal after you get out?
Back down to Shoot Lake. Yeah.
You're going to Shoot Lake?
Oh yeah, we're not gonna
Shoot Lake Lodge though?
Yeah, we'll go to the lodge.
Okay.
Yeah. So however you guys want to do it, you're in charge. That's for sure.
So I'll go up and just have a look, and then maybe we can, we'll have to get you passed one way or another. So yeah. Cool. Yeah, we'll go.
His should be a piece of piss. Mine's pretty.
Both will be.
Yeah,
both will be good.
Oh, this piece.
Not going anywhere but that way.
Yep. Just yank them and single long line.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they'll come out easy. It's just getting them past each other. Yeah, we might actually.
We got lots of tethers and.
We got it all.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna test this snow because we might get you out first and then put you there so that he can less chance of sliding into you. So actually, even if you were to get stuck again, that might be the best.
Yeah. Actually the hole and dug too deep, but I have I put chains on my outside tires.
Okay.
Because I got sucked in that way.
Yeah.
And then there, but I couldn't get them tightened properly. Right?
Oh,
So they're
okay.
loose. So
Well, we'll have a look once we get you up.
Once we get up,
yeah.
I want to pull those off real quick before we go flying, just so I don't beat the out of that.
Definitely. Yep. Yeah, I'll do a couple more passes here.
I got a couple chains underneath my wheels, but they're just sitting there. We just couldn't get them out.
Yeah.
We had them on, but we couldn't get them all the way on.
Yeah, and I mean, in sugar snow, the chains just dig you to dirt.
Oh,
that's
what happened there.
Yep.
I had to come along and my winch and everything onto him, and he just sunk right like
Tire pressure is king. Tire pressure is king. I mean, he's at 8 or something now, but we usually snow wheel at 4 or less, you know.
So since they're pointing different directions and want to go different directions, we're gonna get him out first and then plant him up here. It's likely he'll get stuck, but then it's just the safest way to get the trucks past each other without sliding into each other. So we will pull out Chevy number 1. Yeah, so my center to his passenger, full length.
Okay.
Down anyway, and you guys just tell me what to do. Other than that, I'll
Got the Yankum.
just go right fucking first gear. Okay.
Go slow, things don't get wrecked. All right.
I can wreck things still.
Yeah, you're a pro.
It wasn't a guarantee or a warranty. It's just words of motivation, that's all. Slow, 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 slow. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Slow, slow. Perfect. Keep going, slow. Keep going, slow. Keep going, slow. Keep going. All right, it's on solid.
All right.
Okay. So,
Little side hill will be fun for getting him coming this way.
well, and how do you plan to get out of his way? Just into the bushes here? Or?
Might not be a bad idea to now pull him out, get him straight, and then back him up.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll pull there so that
yank him or winch for him? Yank him, yeah. Okay. Okay, well, they're just dechaining.
That is a Yankum working perfectly.
Yeah.
Is what that was.
So you want it on his driver? Or passenger?
Driver, yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go rig that while he's doing that. Look at that sunset. It was a bit nicer even coming up. We usually miss it, but as you've probably seen and heard, we're doing a bunch of stuff to the LJ, so. Both trucks have hooks, as all trucks should. I don't know why some don't. I would actually make that as one of my purchasing requirements if I was buying a truck, or put some on right away if you don't have them. Okay. Yank 'em, yank 'em.
We'll try and pull him past and get him to back in here. Because then, yeah.
Beauty sunset.
Yeah, could be worse.
go.
Straighten out. Yep.
I'm just gonna get your chains so we don't.
Here.
Oh, no worries. So Bruce is saying if you can go back a bit,
Okay.
and then you want to get a little bit more passenger. So I guess driver for right now.
You can get my ass end over there.
So probably just pull, yeah. Now turn driver. Driver side. Yep. Oh, more. Okay, stop. Okay, passenger. A little more. No, forward. Yeah, any more back and you're in that hole again. As slow as you can. See if it'll get on that ledge. Nice. Whoa. Yep. No, you're good still.
Back a bit, Dad.
Perfect.
Okay, give it a little slam up here, Dad. Try to get high. Want me up there? High side, just keep her straight.
Nope.
Wondering if there's any way we can get them past back there, like if he backs up again real slow, we
Which?
guide him backwards.
Oh, if there's a spot. I mean,
Stay high and
there's not a chance he's gonna be able to back up that, like with this slope. So
yeah.
anyways, we'll pull him forward for now. Turn driver side a bit. Right there.
Okay. There it goes.
Okay, hang on. There is a little pull out, or no?
We got those dips behind us first and stuff, I think.
No, but right here on my right. Past the vehicle?
No. I mean, for you, yes, but not for... There's no way he's parking in that. It's deep.
Yeah, what's behind, the one behind me?
The stuck spot, the down decline, a bit of a saddle in the middle, nothing usable, unfortunately, not a thing.
Okay, just unhook me for a sec and I'll play around, see if I can make something out of nothing.
Okay. Oh, right in. Yeah, well, it's more like you're out as far as he's concerned. It's just there's nowhere to put you. There's nowhere good up there. There's nowhere good up here. So he's gonna try and make a spot there that we can get you stuck, and then get him past, and then get you unstuck. Oh yeah, that'll be good. Brilliant.
All of there, it's right here. It was done within
Yeah. Sick.
Oh, I don't know. He might have died. died for that clip.
He did die for that shot.
Actually,
Keep going.
If
keep
you're
going, keep
if you
going.
go straight back, are you heading into the ditch or are you kind of on the road?
Still on the high side anyway.
Yeah, let's back you up a little more, because then we can use this pull out a bit more.
Going, keep going, keep going.
Don't worry, I'll add that in anyway.
I know you will. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Two full-size trucks. At least one could be a small truck.
Oh, yeah. Or at least we could have it on a spot where there's a bit of a turnaround.
Right in there, as slow as you can go. Oh yeah. Well, we'll see if its tire bites there. Nice.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
driver front packed in. Pretty deep.
Yeah. That's a good little...
I threw that shovel in the back.
See if I can get past. Well, I can get past.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll hook him up doubled back.
Okay.
So I've got a bit more control. So I think he's got two. So we'll go ends to him and then to my driver.
Got her.
Try and sneak him past.
Let's do it. Okay, so as slow as possible, idle, he said, and he'll pretty much, he's gonna squeak you right by.
Turn. Yeah.
You want to give the wonderful people an update? Well,
Yeah, couldn't have gone much better than that. All right, so we got the trucks past each other, which it's probably a lot worse here than it looks. So I'm gonna sneak past both of them again while I still can. Pull the black Chevy forwards and then get out of his way, come back in front of this guy, and we're gonna be going the whole way out with this guy back to the main. The other couple is going to Shoot Lake Lodge, and they will update us when they get there. Denny's just unhooking. Oof, dirty windshield. And then I'll sneak past, which what you can't tell is this is all sloped to the right quite a bit, so that went really well.
perfect. Oh. Ooh, I don't know if he's getting back. Huh? I mean, he's doing what's right, but...
Okay, so we'll unhook and then I'll
Okay.
get on. All right, so that should be the last pull. I'll make some nice ruts through the stuck area here that you can hopefully follow. and then he'll be on his way to Shoot Lake Lodge. I'll spin around and go in front of, it turns out to be his dad that came to help him out, and I don't think he'll have a problem. It's only a couple K before dirt, and it's pretty icy, so in a good way, icy ruts. So we should be good there. For now, I'll get out of the way. All right, he made it past us. Denny's just making sure he's on his way. Well, that was a bit of a fun technical one, since the last few have been pretty mundane. So it's always nice when they are just nice people and that they listen well. So both listened well, both drove very well. That helps us a lot. So now we're pulling in front of Dad. He's not stuck, so hopefully he just follows without another pull, but if he needs it, we're in front. So here we go.
Yeah, a little bit of Tetris here.
Exactly where we thought it would be, because the spot that he was stuck, it gets all the light snow from that whole cut block and deposits it there. Like most years, it's like you couldn't even drive it. It's like a 45-degree wind drift, but even when it's not, it's that sugary snow deposited from the last kilometer cut block. Alrighty.
Okay.
So just follow until there's a problem, and but there won't be. Yep. Not until if.
Not until if.
All right, well, we made it back to pavement, no problem, and I just got a text from the other guy, the son, that they made it to Shoot Lake Lodge, so all is well, and it's 9:30 now, started at about 6:30 this morning, cutting and grinding, so I'm tired, looking forward to bed, and that's gonna do it for this video. Next one, we'll be back in the shop working on Denny's Jeep, hopefully putting stuff back on, because I want to keep things rolling and get it done as soon as possible. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Frank Bentley. Let's go. Yeah, make it look easy. Hey, stand up guy, boom, 10 toes. Big body pull up in a Range Rover. I can change the whole game when I say so. I pull up, shut it down, yeah, they know. Running this game ain't a thing for me. I never switched up, no change in me. The only thing changing this season, you go against me, then you know that you tweaking, okay? Cause baby, I'm him, I be on 10. Two-stepping in the party, I do not dance. Watch how I move, make it look easy. Counting up wins, that's part of the plan. Black man taking up my haters a CC, I can't fail.